Want to bake perfect cookies, but not sure what tools you actually need? That's exactly what this video is about. The second homemade cookies hit the oven, your kitchen transforms into a warm, buttery wonderland. It's practically a hug in the form of baked goods. But here's the secret. Achieving bakery-worthy cookies doesn't require an army of fancy gadgets. In fact, you might be surprised at how few tools you actually need. So stick around, because I'm about to reveal the must-have tools that will make cookie baking easier, faster, and dare I say, more fun. First up, a baking sheet. It's the foundation of perfect cookies, and you want a sturdy one that won't warp. And here's my secret weapon, parchment paper. I swear by pre-cut parchment sheets. They save time and prevent that awkward wrestling match with the roll. If you prefer reusable options, silicone baking mats are great too. Next, you'll need a mixing bowl, one big enough to handle your dough without half of it ending up on the counter. For mixing dry ingredients, a whisk, sifter, or even a fork will do the job. I'm not fancy about this. Whatever breaks up the lumps and blends everything together works for me. Measuring cups and spoons are essential because baking is basically delicious chemistry. Guessing doesn't cut it when you're trying to get the perfect cookie texture. Use dry measuring cups for flour and sugar, and liquid ones for anything wet. Trust me, this tiny step saves a lot of heartbreak when you pull cookies out of the oven. Now my favorite part, mixing the dough. I love my KitchenAid 7-quart bowl lift stand mixer, and if you bake often, it's a game changer. But if you don't have one, a hand mixer works too. And if all else fails, grab a wooden spoon and channel your inner baker. It's an arm workout, but hey, consider it cookie tax. Who needs the gym when you've got thick cookie dough to mix? I prefer my KitchenAid 7-quart bowl lift stand mixer because it makes mixing dough effortless, especially when working with thick, heavy batters like cookie dough. Unlike a hand mixer, it keeps both hands free so I can multitask. Measuring out ingredients, prepping the next step, or just sipping my coffee while it does all the hard work. The bowl lift design is sturdy and powerful, ensuring everything is mixed evenly without the motor struggling. Plus, it saves me time and energy, making big batches of cookies a breeze. It can even handle double batches without burning out the motor, which is a lifesaver during holiday baking marathons. Once you use a stand mixer, there's no going back. Speaking of essentials, if there's one tool I refuse to bake without, it's a silicone spatula. It scrapes the bowl clean, folds ingredients perfectly, and makes sure no dough is left behind. And trust me, one is never enough. I personally have a dozen in my kitchen because once I start baking, I somehow manage to use all of them. Once you get one, you'll wonder how you ever baked without it. All right? Cookies are out of the oven, and here's where people go wrong. Cooling. If you've got a wire cooling rack, use it. It lets air circulate, keeping your cookies crisp on the outside and soft inside. No cooling rack? No problem. Just leave them on the baking sheet a bit longer. But be careful. Cookies left on a hot baking sheet will continue baking from the residual heat, which means they could go from golden perfection to rock-hard hockey pucks before you even realize it. So, if you want perfectly baked cookies, transfer them as soon as they're set. And there you have it. Simple tools that make all the difference in baking perfect cookies. I'll also leave links to all my favorite baking tools in the description below, so you can grab exactly what you need. Whether you've got all these tools or just a few, you can still whip up cookies that taste better than anything store-bought. Want to know how to package your homemade cookies beautifully and affordably? Check out my video, Budget-Friendly Cookie Packaging Ideas, where I share simple and creative ways to make your cookies look like they came from a high-end bakery without breaking the bank. Whether you're gifting cookies for the holidays or just want to impress friends and family, I've got you covered. And if you're ready to keep the baking fun going, don't miss my next video on how to make white chocolate macadamia nut cookies. Trust me, they're rich, chewy, and packed with flavor. You won't want to miss this one. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell. Because let's be real, who doesn't need more cookies and baking fails in their life? Happy baking, and I'll see you in the next one.